Guys, so check this out. So I've got this new little project I'm gonna start working on, and I'm like super juiced about this thing, man. So I kind of can't believe it took me so long to figure this out, because I'm gonna take stats and I'm gonna apply it to my macros. And for somebody that uses stats all the time, like in my daily work and just given all of my education and just all the time I spent in class, you would think that I would have figured this out by now. But sometimes it takes old Jay Schultz a while before he realizes things that are right in front of his face. And so I am going to apply stats to my mission to get shredded. And here's what I mean. All right, so here we are, man. We are inside of all the Excel, and you can see we're looking at some of the data that I have back like January of last year, and so I kept really good data all the way back to like September of 2016 actually. But if you look at this, you can see I've got the date, I've got my body weight numbers, I've got whether or not it was a low day, a medium day, I've got calories, you got your protein over there, you got your carbs, you got your fat, you got your fiber. Even left myself some notes over there to kind of remind myself, like, hey, stop being a goober, or I ate too much, or I can eat more, or whatever. And if I just scroll down a little bit, you can see I've just got all these data, man, just sitting here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all this, and I'm going to pop over into, let's see if I can do this through the lens. There we go. I'm going to pop over into Google Sheets. And so you can see I've got some data here in Google Sheets. It's kind of incomplete in certain places. Like, I did a good job of keeping up in Excel, and then I wouldn't always transfer everything over into Google Sheets. And so my data is kind of like scattered, but this will give me a reason to kind of collate all of it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take things like regression analysis and Monte Carlo analysis, and I'm going to apply these things to my macros. Because, one of the things that I always talk about is to figure out your own metabolism, you need trial and error, right? And specifically to figure out, like, how many carbs and how many fats you can be eating, you can only really know how your metabolism works through trial and error. And so I have all these data, especially when I was really strict and I was really consistent and I kept really good logs. I have these great, scores and scores of data that I can pop into the tools tab here. I think it's tools. It might be add-ons. No, I think it's add-ons. So if I go to add-ons and I go to statistics, you've got regression. So I'm not gonna go any further than this in this video, because I've got obviously another video or two. And besides, I can see that the video's been shaking ever since I started. So I'm gonna let you guys off the hook here in just a minute. But man, I'm going to run my stats through some serious stats, because I kind of want to see what's going on. I kind of want to learn, like, all right, how does my body process carbohydrates? How does my body process fats? How does my body respond to a low day? And the really cool thing is that through something like a regression, I can attach very hard numbers to just how valuable those things are to me. Like, when I cut my carbs by 10, what are some reasonable expectations around weight loss, fat loss, and what have you? Because, as I kind of mentally and physically get myself ready to take the stage again in 2019, having this data in my hands for the rest of this year could be extremely valuable. So I'm fired up. I hope you guys are fired up, kind of listening to this. And yeah, man, we're going to run these guys through the ringer, and we're going to see what comes out on the other side.